Susie with Simply Creative Pages here. Are you new to scrapbooking and just don't know where to start? You are not alone. Today I'm going to take you through a Creative Memories simple page kit that will help you go from I don't know what I'm doing to a beautiful 2-page layout. We're going to do it step by step. This is just one of, I think, 24 different page kits that Creative Memories has on the website right now. It is super simple. It's everything you need to make a 2-page layout, probably more than you need to make a 2-page layout, all in one kit. It has papers that already have a design on them. It has an accent paper with cut-apart sheets with lines to tell you where to cut, and then an entire sheet of embellishments. The reason I think this is great for beginners is sometimes you just don't know where to start. You don't know how to lay your photos out. You don't know what papers to pick. You don't know what colors to mix. This does it all for you. It blends it out beautifully. As you can see in the sample, it just makes a beautiful 2-page layout. All right, we're just gonna get into it here. We're gonna keep this handy so we can use this as our template. This is our right page. This is the Creative Memories Studio layout that just helps you design everything without it being in front of you, without it being all over your table, so that you can work. This can be workspace, this can be design space. We're gonna take our cut aparts, and if there's one tool that I would say you have to have as a scrapbooker, it's a trimmer. And if you're gonna make an investment, this is a trimmer well worth it. The new ones are white, and when you fold out the arm, there you go, the cutoff here actually goes to 6.5 inches, so that if you have a small thing to cut off or half a page of the layout, 6 inches, you don't need to keep folding out the arm, which can be a pain in the rear. But you will never find a better trimmer. I have been through many trimmers and have just ended up with garbage. This was an investment well worth it. All right, there's my first cut. See, it says 1. Second cut. 2. We'll go in order. 3. 4. 5 and 6. These are going to be our photo mats. All right, and they have used this over on the far right in this direction. They're covering up that white. And then this one is going to go over here next to this. And then picture. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to pull this down so you can see it a little bit better. I know that this isn't the best angle here. And then they also have 2 photos over here that you can put up. So I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to show you how you can maybe make this more personal. Give you a little bit of creative license here. So this is how they suggest, and then they take one of these beautiful braided stickers and put it along here, and then use Discover down here. And this is where you can get creative. If you don't like it like this, you don't have to do it this way. You could move this down here. You could trim this again and use one piece here, one piece here. The creativity here is endless. All right, let's get out our tape runner, which is the other thing I think that you need, or glue or some kind of adhesive. I will say that for the Creative Memories repositionable tape runner, is a worthwhile investment as well because it's repositionable. So if you screw up, and I do a lot, you can pull it right back up. Like let's say you get it on there like this. You just pull that right up and lay it back down the way it's supposed to go. If you get a little bit of zhuzh on your paper where you don't want it, a little bit of sticky where you don't want it right here, it rubs off. They're like little glue dots that are on there. I don't know if you can see that. The little glue dots just rub right off. So you can get it lined up. Oh, see, I'm going askew already. This is why this is a good investment for beginner scrapbookers. And it's okay if we don't get it, you know, perfect. This is your scrapbook. If you are super, it's got to be exactly, you know, keep going and keep going. I'm not that uptight about it. I give myself a lot of grace. All right, and then we'll put the pictures down, or the photo mats for the pictures, I should say. I'm putting this on the Creative Memories, shoot, I forget what it's called. I'll put that in the comments as we go. But it's something you can cut on. It's like a little mat. It's 13 by 13, but it's got all the 12 by 12 markings on it, which help you be able to lay this out evenly. So I want this at, let's do an 1.5 inches up from the bottom and 1.5 inches from the side. There we go. And just about a 1/2 inch between. All right, we're going to do 1.5 inches down from the top. And theirs is a little bit of a tighter frame in the example, but I might want to squeeze a little bit more embellishments in here. See, they've got theirs in a nice little tight 4-corner. One sticker placement, just right up that seam, which is why I wasn't so worried about getting it right on there. All right, that page is done except for embellishments, which we'll get to here in a second. And the other side is just as easy. I'll pull that down. You wouldn't even have to use this. If you wanted to use this for photo mats, you could. Absolutely, you could. You just cut this to the size that you need and be done with it. They have it just kind of right here. Which I'm gonna move it over a little bit because I don't want to cover up more of that cool, I don't know what would you call that? Slash swipe. I put that right here. That covers up more of the green than they have it, but I don't mind it. And here you could, again, go up and down as they show it. You could go side to side. You could go across the top. I'm going to go ahead and follow the example because this is all about beginners not being overwhelmed. So let's just follow the example. All right, and then they have 2 4x6 photos here with Explore across the way. And I picked this one because it had some fall nods to it. This one's called the Your Own Way Simple Page Kit number 9. It's kind of for September, that kind of time frame. Let's see, and then they have Outdoor Time right across here. There we go, so that way you can see where the photos go. And honestly, I would probably mat my photos anyway with something, so I don't mind the white little pieces of paper there. And then they use these cute little photo corners here. one up here. That brings that green over to this side of the paper. One over here. And then on this page over here, they added Discover down at the bottom. And then this is at the top of one of these pictures here, Fresh Air. Now, with the exception of all of the leaves, which I will scatter around here, we're done. Quick and easy, right? And it takes the guesswork out of everything. Everything was done for me, and yet those are beautiful. Now, if you want to personalize it, I created these cute little pumpkins that I'm going to add to my page because I can never just leave well enough alone. Move that out of the way. I'm going to add my pumpkins down here to the bottom. I'm going to show you how to make one of these really quick. I made a big one over here. I don't want that one there because I made a big white one. I think I want the big white one over here. Whenever I see these white pumpkins at the store, I'm just crazy about pumpkins, period, but I'm super crazy about these white pumpkins. This is why I didn't lay the leaves down yet, because I wanted to put those pumpkins down. Boop. Boop. And let's do a little yellow one there. And I have a really pretty green marker that I might draw a little vine. There we go. Now I can use my leaves over here and use them up. So let me show you how to make this pumpkin real quick. Move those out of the way. This is the custom cutting system. You get a pack of 4 blades. 1, 2, 3. Don't ask me where my 4th one is. It's on the wall behind me. There we go, 4. You get all 4 for, let's see, $17, and then the blades are separate. The blades are $10 each. The blades rotate. See how that inner circle rotates? Let me show you how to use these. It's so easy. I just used the smallest one, and I just pre-inked up some paper. I was using this for something else anyway, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use that ink because that's kind of pretty. These feet lock into the inner channel. See, there's an inner channel and an outer channel because this can either be a big oval or a little oval. These come in circles and squares and, not squares, rectangles and ovals, and they have giant ones. And see how easy that is? I cut that out. So then I took my pokey tool here, Creative Memories pokey tool, and I just made an eyeball shape. If that makes sense. So just kind of a curved line and a curved line. I just kind of made an inner eyeball right in the middle. And then I have some alcohol markers that I am just awful with, but gosh darn it, if I can use them up a little bit. Use your stuff, right? Don't laugh at my alcohol marker usage. I'm really, really bad at this. I've got 3 of them. This is why I only have 3. I'm so bad at them, I refuse to invest any more dollars into something I was so awfully bad at. Let's see, I'm gonna put the darkest one first. You tell me, am I doing this wrong? Should I have done the darker one first and then the lighter one? I don't know how this works. I've got 3 shades of this brown. Let's see, there we go. And then the medium color here. And then you just keep coloring and coloring until it looks like what you want it to look like, is my understanding. And this one's looking really bad. That's not looking so bad. I just make hash marks until it all looks good, and I just keep going and keep going and keep going. Again, I'm happy for you to leave me a comment to let me know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe then I'll invest in alcohol markers, but for now, that's it, because I suck at this. All right, I already went ahead and did these ahead of time. And to make this pumpkin, so you have 3 ovals, you just want to use your tape runner. And I like to make my tops a little closer together and my bottoms to be a little wider apart because she's thick. She's got a big bottom. And you know me. If you don't know me, this is who I am. Everything's got to be popped up, don't you know? Got to have a little dimension to it. So I'm going to use one of these dimensional squares here. And then this one I set a little lower, just a little bit. See that? Pumpkin, isn't that cute? And then I have scrap brown. Just cut off a little thin snippet of it and stick it on the back. And adjust the top a little bit. And then I just kind of snip at it a little bit, because you know no pumpkin top is ever just perfect. It's, you know, they're all kind of raggedy, kind of rough looking. Some of them are curved. Here we go, and I'm going to add a little bit of dimension to my handle too. Pumpkin. And this is how you can personalize things to make them you. Let's see what I did with my other pumpkin. I think I want one of these to be, yeah, we'll just make a little pumpkin patch here. Maybe I'll use this one. There we go. It's all part of the fun, right? Just deciding how you want it to look. I don't know if you noticed, I'm actually putting these leaves kind of under some of the other leaves to just kind of give them dimension, because you know what leaf ever falls perfectly on top of each other. I'm gonna alternate falling leaves over here. Maybe add a big one here. I don't want to take up too much of that room because I still want room for my photo there. There we go. Well, I literally have 2 stickers left, and I have used up that entire sticker pack, so I think we'll move these over to this side. Need to kind of move them into the middle here. All right, what do you think? You think if you're a beginner that you could do that? I think you could. This is just an easy way to put something together. When you even need a fresh idea, I mean, even if you're not a beginner, sometimes you just get stuck in your own head, right? And you just need help. This is a great way to launch other things. Like for instance, when I started putting this together, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make some pumpkins. And now I have an idea for another couple of pages I can do. My name is Susie. I'm an independent creative memories advisor. I would love it if you shopped my link below if you don't already have an advisor. And all of the products I used today you'll find in the link below. Like, share, comment. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to connect with you. Let me know what you might have done different. I would love to know that. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.